she'd be stranded, right?
Yeah, it depends on what the situation is. A lot of times.
Something happier, perhaps. Rewind to 1967, the year Budweiser came out with its classic Clydesdale commercial.
Here comes the king of beer, so lift your glass, let's hear the call. Budweiser beer's the one that's...
I love that song. It's like an earworm. Can't get it out of your head, right? Well, the Budweiser Clydesdales are going back to the stable just in time for the holidays, and they're not alone.
I could ask for nothing beyond the quality of Cordova's workmanship, the tastefulness of its appearance. I request nothing beyond the thickly cushioned luxury of seats available even in soft Corinthian leather.
I just want to break out in the plane, the plane. Chrysler's Pentastar logo is being put in the garage, just like the Budweiser Clydesdales. They're iconic brands and iconic logos, so why replace them? Let's bring in branding expert Bruce Turkel, CEO of Turkel Brands. He joins us now from Skype in a warm location down south. Bruce, it's good to see you.
Hello, Adam. Good to see you, too.
Let's go to my favorite jingle. Why get rid of the Budweiser Clydesdales? Why not just bring that song back and just run that ad for a year and let people who are in their 40s have a good time?
Because that's not what Budweiser's trying to do. They're not trying to sell you beer. You're still in your 40s, right? Mm-hmm. They are trying to sell their products to younger consumers. And younger consumers use the products they consume to tell the world who they are. And Budweiser and the horses are irrelevant for those beer drinkers.
So why not have Kim Kardashian do a Lady Godiva and put her on a horse and call it a day?
Well, you know, they might in fact do that, because I would argue that that would be in bad taste, and I would argue that Budweiser doesn't taste very good. Ooh. So they could do it, but I think what you're going to find is they're going to do an ad, they're going to do a message about what young people want, which is meeting other young folks, getting together, being with their friends, all the things that have been replaced by their electronic devices. The idea is that a bottle of Bud will do the same thing for you in real life.
All right, I want to keep going with Budweiser, but I got to bring in that soft Corinthian leather. Talk about a throwback to the 70s and the 80s. Ricardo Montalban and Chrysler, but it was announced today that Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, FCA, is actually going to ditch the famous Pentastar logo that everyone associates with Chrysler Automobiles. I think the new logo is just like a feather, but the FCA is going to be what we all come to know. Is that a good move?
Well, I think you could also argue, just like with Budweiser, that the people who are buying the cars need those cars to identify who they were. It's their brand equity. The problem is the Pentastar logo has very little brand equity. It was stamped on the keys of minivans. That's not what enthusiasts care about. The big question, though, is will anybody care about this FCA logo? When you look at it, it looks to me like a logo that was designed by a committee. And as my dad used to say, search any public park, you'll never find a monument to a committee.
Didn't your dad also say that a horse designed by committee is a camel?
Exactly right. It's a device, this logo, that was created to please everybody. Nobody really likes it, but on the other hand, nobody really hates it, so what the heck, we can get away with it.
But okay, so you understand marketing. If I've got a brand, you know, something that people can still say that's a car company when they see that Pentastar after it's been in place almost 50 years, why not just stick with it?
Well, because obviously the Fiat brand is where they think the real value is, not the Chrysler
Have you driven
brand.
a Fiat recently? No.
I have not. I understand they're Chryslers.
So bring this all, let's wrap this up. Between Budweiser and FCA, who stands the best to pull off what they're trying to do?
Budweiser will absolutely accomplish what they're trying to do. They will keep the Clydesdales for older drinkers, and they will bring new messaging in for younger drinkers. Remember, they can use media like television, like the internet, to segment viewers. So you may never see those younger viewer commercials, and the younger viewers may never see the commercials that appeal to you. Chrysler, on the other hand, is giving up years of equity, years of value in order to be part of this FCA. Will these three initials at some point sound to us like BMW? I doubt it.
No, but personally, instead of, what is it, it's Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, how about Alfa Romeo? Because that's part of Fiat. Now, there's a car. That's some style for you.
I love that.
All right, Bruce Turkel, thank you, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
I'm going to Shorty's that you mentioned earlier. You got me excited about that.
I'll have some next time I'm in Florida. All the best.
We'll go together.